There are so many movies out there, and we're all trying to do our best to watch all of them. And this is my attempt to do so. This is my genre watch list part 3.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
What is going on, Cinema Squad? This is Ryan from Nerdy Blurb TV, and you are watching Real Talk, a show where we talk about all things movies, and I'm stoked to get into my genre watch list part 3. And if you don't know what that is, that's where we pick 5 movies from 5 different genres that I have never seen before, and we talk about why we've never seen them, and we watch them and tell you what we think about them afterwards. I'm stoked because this list was one that I heard a lot of people say they were excited for, and I gotta be honest, this was one that I was a little iffy on, but I got some good news to report. Now, if you have a lot of movies that you've never seen yourself, comment down below and tell me some that you haven't seen before, or better yet, go and make your own video on your own genre watch list. Pick 5 movies from 5 different genres and use the hashtag MyGenreWatchlist and see who's a part of the community. See who else out there is making these videos and see what they've never seen before. Let's dive into what I thought of my last 5. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that for the action and war movie that I chose for this watch list, I wasn't super hyped on. I really wasn't. I'm not the biggest fan of Quentin Tarantino, and Inglourious Basterds was one that I was told that I need to see. And I still feel the same way. It was an okay movie. I feel like that's going to get a lot of hate right off the bat. And I just got to say this. This was a very well-made movie. It's just not my thing. It's just the way that he tells stories are not my thing. But the thing is, what's cool about it is he's telling stories. There were a lot of things in there that I thought, hey, that's not really what happened in history. But that's kind of like his thing. That's kind of like Tarantino's thing that I've noticed, which is what movies are supposed to be. They're supposed to take us out of reality and tell us stories. For me, it's just the style on how he chooses to tell things. It's not that I had expectations going in, it's just that I felt like there were too many things going on and they didn't show us the things that I felt like were more interesting, like Brad Pitt and his squad of Inglourious Basterds. Especially since the movie is called Inglourious Basterds, I kind of wanted to see more of that, but we didn't. I would say that this was decent. It's not great for me, but I can see why so many people love it. For the drama and documentary category, I chose a movie that is considered to be a classic. And not only that, but one that every growing boy should watch when they're growing up. I never did, but Stand By Me still was a home run, in my opinion. It was good. I can see why so many people loved it. I can also see why some people say that it's outdated. I was right there in the middle. I thought it was great. I thought it was good. And I thought that there should be more movies like it. Rob Reiner did a really freaking great job at shooting it. It's such like a boring premise, but it was executed so well. Like, he shot it well. The kids were great in the movie. I mean, freaking Will Wheaton. Of course it's gonna be great. Dude, freaking Will. But, like, it was so fun to see these kids interact with each other in such a hard-hitting and real way. Like, this is an adult movie. I really liked it. I would totally see it again. It was very meaningful, and I think that a lot of people should watch it because I feel like a lot of things are very applicable and relevant today. My comedy and animated movie was one that I was excited to actually see. I was decently excited for a lot of these, but I wanted to see what the hype was about Megamind, a movie that I once started but I never finished, and here we are today telling you what I thought. And I thought it was good. You know, I thought it was okay. Like, I can see why a lot of people love it. I can see why a lot of people would say, like, I can't believe you've never seen the movie. But, like, I feel like it's a movie that I could have gone without seeing, but I felt like I had a great time watching it. You know, like, it's very middle of the road for me. A lot of people love this movie. Good for them. I love the concept of it. I feel like the concept has been done before, after it, and maybe I missed that hump, you know, when it first came out or something. I just feel like the anti-hero thing was something new back when it first came out, and I've since seen the newer and possibly improved versions of that genre type kind of movie. I don't know. I liked it. I really did. I really liked the movie. I had a great time. My daughter liked it. My wife loves it. You know, it's just a lot of fun. I liked it. Okay, so the horror and thriller movie did its job, and it scared me. It scared me in a different way than I thought. It lived up to the hype. It lived up to the freaking, just so many people said so many great things about it. It was not scary, but it was creepy AF, bro. Like, it was very creepy. I feel like this is the greatest Christian PSA movie that it's ever been made before. It feels like it was like a very long PSA about STDs. Nice job. You done your job. You know, like, I really love this is probably my favorite movie on the whole list. Like, actually very easily my favorite movie on this list because of just like what they did with this movie. It felt like so many of the taglines said like the newest urban legend. It really felt like that. It felt like a ghost story that you tell around the campfire, you know? Like, it was just, it had that eerie and like lore-ish kind of feel to it, and I dug that, and I dug the 80s, 90s vibe within a modern day world like today. It just said a lot. I felt like it said so many things without having to say them, and I really liked that. Like, our old ways need to be caught up with our modern times, you know? Like, I love that. It was very good, very freaking creepy. I'll probably see it again. I'm scared, though. I'm scared. Now, before I tell you the next 5 movies I'm going to be watching, I'm going to wrap it up here with Big Trouble in Little China. I'm stoked, bro, on this movie. I'm stoked to talk to you about it because it's freaking insane. It's so wacky. This movie, what John Carpenter were you thinking? What's going on in your freaking mind? I can see why people like this movie. I know some people who say that there should be a sequel to it. I don't know. You know, it's just like, I don't even know what the movie was about. It's just like, this guy got caught up in all this Chinese craziness, you know? Like, crazy. I will say that he is probably one of the coolest characters in cinema. You know, like, he's a very iconic character. I dug him. Kurt Russell did a freaking great job. And freaking, I just don't understand it, you know? Like, but it's very easy to understand. I just don't understand why it was made. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Like, this was so crazy. It felt like the creator of Mario, who took shrooms all his life, wanted to make a movie, and he said, "Hey, John Carpenter, take it away." You know, like, I have no idea why Mario has anything to do with that, but like, freaking, this movie was very wacky. It was very wacky and wild and weird stuff, and I dug it for the character, but not very much anything else. Now, looking back at this list, I had fun with this, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Now, if you want to comment down below and tell me what your thoughts are on those movies, that'd be great. Or if you want to tell me about movies you've never seen before, awesome. But I'd love for you to make a video yourself talking about movies that you've never seen before, and use the hashtag MyGenreWatchlist and pick 5 movies from 5 different genres that you've never seen. And it's going to be a lot of fun to just like make this a bigger community within YouTube. I'm stoked to tell you what else I got on coming up next. So for the 5 movies that I've got coming up next, I'm excited to talk about a lot of these because I feel like a lot of people would be very surprised. And the first one right out of the gate, action and war, is another war movie, Dunkirk. I know. I've never seen that movie. I am a decently big fan of Christopher Nolan. I just never saw this movie because I never got into a position where I could go see it at the theater. I was very busy at the time, and I really wanted to see it with my wife, and she got really busy as well. It's just a lot of things that kind of came into play, and you know how it goes. I feel like a lot of these will be under that same category, but I really wanted to see this one, and I had been putting it off to watch it at home because I wanted to see it in a big surround. You know, you get it. But like, I need to see this movie because it's freaking Christopher Nolan, and like, I'm sure it's gonna be great. Drama and documentary. We're going with documentary this time because this movie has been one that I've been trying to see so many times, and so many things came up. I even had tickets in IMAX for Free Solo, the documentary about the guy who climbs Yosemite without any freaking ropes. Free Solo, dude. I had tickets, and then something came up, like crazy emergency out of nowhere. And you know how it goes, like, it wasn't as big as an emergency as it really shouldn't have been. I was so bummed. And then nobody wanted to go and see the movie with me. And so it was like I was trying to do so many things. Who wants to go and see a documentary in a movie theater? I'll tell you who. This freaking guy did, and he never got to. And I've been wanting to see this movie for so long. But I wanted the same thing with Dunkirk. I wanted to see it on a huge screen, you know? Like, I wanted to see it. I wanted to be immersed in that. And then another thing came out, like, where the documentary Dawn Wall is very similar to it, but, like, you'll appreciate Free Solo more. And I don't know, like, I watched Dawn Wall, and I actually really liked that movie a lot, and it got me even more jacked to go and see Free Solo. And my father-in-law and I started the movie on his big screen, and then friggin' dinner was ready, and then friggin' so many things. Dude, I'm just gonna sit down in the living room and just be like, babe, we're watching this movie, just buckle up. For my comedy and animated movie, I'm choosing a comedy movie by Wes Anderson, which, great. But what I'm about to say may shock a lot of people, but I have never seen a Wes Anderson movie ever. I love his style, and Grand Budapest Hotel has to be something that I watch. Like, it looks so beautiful. I think it's amazingly shot well. Like, I don't know why I never got around to watching any of his stuff, by the way, because I hear a lot of other great movies are done very well by him, and I feel like the only thing I have seen by Wes Anderson, I will say, is the Christmas commercial that he did for H&M, which, by the way, is very good. And I really love his style, his symmetry. I love his designs on. I just love what he does, and I love the actors that surround him a lot of the time. But I wouldn't know that because I haven't seen any of his movies. And Grand Budapest Hotel just looks amazing to me. And a lot of people said that I should start there. A lot of other people said that I should start at like something like Moonrise Kingdom, and that almost made it here. But I feel like I'll watch that on my own time, and I'll just talk about this one on my genre watch list. Part 4. My horror and thriller pick is a movie that I feel like a lot of people might not say this belongs in this genre. Maybe it's more of an action, but just hear me out, okay? Like, I get it, but this movie I really do need to see. Blade, starring Wesley Snipes, is a movie that I haven't really avoided, but I haven't really gone out of my way. And as of recently, I have learned that it's considered to be very, very important to the genre itself because of how forward-thinking it is, as well as for the superhero genre. I'd like to put that to the test. I kind of would like to watch it and then kind of think on that, and see how impactful it has been within its genre and within the superhero genre as well. I don't know how to feel about this, though, because I understand that it's pretty bloody, and that is totally not my thing. That's, like, very much not my thing. I don't like that in movies, and I don't know. I'm very much on the fence on this, and I pulled an audible right before I filmed this, and I was like, let's just do it. Like, let's just do it, and do it for the country, God and country. We'll do it for... We'll just do it, okay? Just, like, freaking do it. My last pick is in the genre of sci-fi and fantasy, and too many people have told me that this movie is so boring that it's bad. It looks phenomenal. The graphics and everything is great, but Gravity was considered to be so bad. Now, the reason why it's on my list is because everybody told me that about Ad Astra, and boy, was they wrong. That movie was so baller. Like, it probably even cracked my top favorite, like, movies of all time. Like, I loved Ad Astra. Now, I'm not going to go into Gravity with crazy expectations like that. I know nothing about Gravity. Nothing. I know nothing other than what people have told me, that it's boring bad. You know, like, that's it. And I don't trust those people anymore. I don't trust anyone anymore. So I'm just going to go watch whatever the freak I want, and they're going to have to deal with it, boy. So there it is. These are all the movies that I'm going to be watching, and I'm going to come right back here and tell you what I thought about them, just like we did Just Barely, and just like we do a lot in this segment, My Genre Watch List. I would love for you to comment down below if you've seen these movies or some movies you've never seen before. Better yet, go and make your own video and use the hashtag MyGenreWatchlist and go and see what everybody else hasn't seen, because it's so much fun to watch these movies together in a way. Like, it'd be cool to see somebody else's list and be like, you know what, I want to watch that too, never seen it before, and then we can duke it out in the comments what we thought about it. It's cool. YouTube is a community that I love, and I want to keep it alive. I'd love to see your list, whether it's in the comments or on your channel. Go and do me a favor and be a part of this awesome community. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and until next time, keep it real. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here today at Nerdy Blurb TV and checking out this video. Consider subscribing if you're into this kind of stuff, because we like to keep it nerdy here and interact with cool individuals such as yourself. Have a great day.